everyone, welcome back. So today is Thursday, and on Thursdays I want to kind of go over with you the crystals that are going to be great to work with for all the information that we talked about throughout the week. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to hold off just a couple minutes to let people hop on, give people some time, and then we're going to get started. So I'll just let you know I'm going to talk about, sorry. I'm going to talk about 2 crystals for each of the things that we kind of focused on this week. Okay, so all together we're going to talk about 8 crystals. Some of them I've talked about before, some of them I haven't. So it might be a refresher for some and a new experience, with some of the other ones that I'm going to talk about. So the ones that I kind of repeat a lot, I guess I use them a lot, so I have found them very helpful in my life, but I'm trying to make sure that I incorporate different kinds of things for everybody. So I'm trying to be mindful of that myself, and we'll see how this goes today. Okay, I'll give everybody like another minute before we get started here. Ooh, these bees today, they're everywhere. It's so warm. I live right outside of Philadelphia, and it's like 90 degrees, so, but I'm not complaining. So okay, all right, so I'll get started here, and then if I need to repeat anything, if more people get on, then I can do that throughout the talk. So this week, I know most of you have been following, but for those of you who haven't, this week we spent a lot of time discussing patience, appreciation, forgiveness, and faith. Those were the 4 things that we focused on this week. So if any of these topics are, really specifically resonating with you, or you feel like you need some work in one of those topics, we're going to talk about today some crystals that can help you get into alignment with that energy. So meditating or journaling with one or more of these crystals that, in the area that you're focusing on can really help your energetic field match the energetic field of the crystal, and that's how you get energetically aligned, and can use these crystals for assistance in your own spiritual work. So here are just a few that can be helpful for, like I said, everything that we discussed this week. So patience, appreciation, forgiveness, and faith. So we're going to start with patience. Now this is kind of a little bit of a cloudy one, so I've never noticed that there's anything inside of this. Doesn't mean that there isn't. Sorry, it's so hard for me to see here. But this is amber. Amber is a great stone for patience. Now, amber, as most of you probably know, or maybe you don't, is a sap from prehistoric trees that has fossilized over, and sometimes you can find pieces of amber with small bugs in them or some kind of plant matter. Like I said, this one's pretty cloudy, so I've never actually noticed anything inside this piece myself, but it's interesting. It's so light, almost like jet. If you've ever picked up a piece of jet before, it's so light. But amber is great for the solar plexus chakra, and this is actually found in Latvia, the Baltic Sea area, Poland, Lithuania. That's where a lot of amber is found. So amber can be helpful with patience because it allows you to make very clear choices, rather than being impulsive about things. So it really helps to calm your emotions and balance your emotions. Amber is great for removing emotional blockages and removing negativity. So for example, with patience, we want things to happen right now. But amber will help us to kind of settle down and remember that things are going to happen on God's terms, not on our terms. And it also helps in aiding your memory. So I find this to be great for people that are working on patients, because it will really help you to, like, remember times and be aware of other times that you have been very patient. And we need to purposefully think of these times so we can get energetically aligned with it. So that is amber. Now, the second stone that I picked for patients is halite. Now, the piece of halite that I have is actually this beautiful little halite skull here. Now, halite, hopefully you might be able to see, if you see those like gray striations on the side there, that's how. That's one indication that it is halite. So this little skull that I have, halite is for the crown chakra, and a lot of halite is found in the United States, which is very interesting. There, I always like to find, certain crystals that we can find here in the U.S. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you can actually go and, and mine them or whatever. You have to really look into that. But it's still kind of cool to know that they came from the U.S. So halite is a very calming energy, and it helps with communication. So, remember, this can be communication with yourself, or it can be communication with others. So if you're feeling impatient, this stone will help you to be able to talk about your feelings and process your emotions. And that can help with our patience, right? So along with communication, halite is great for emotional expression. And again, this can help you to process through your emotions. And I like to suggest to people, especially when certain stones are great for emotional expression, that you can find creative ways that you can express yourself. So whether that's through journaling or painting or sculpting, drawing, things like that, try to find a creative outlet to express yourself. And having this stone around while you do that, like I said, can get you energetically aligned to learn patience in that respect. And halite is also great for reaching your goals. So if you're working on patience, and not only will this stone help you to be more patient, but it will also help you to reach the goal of living a more patient life. So for anybody that is working on this specifically, halite is really, really a great stone. And it also helps to alleviate stress and anger, which is exactly what needs to happen for you to be more patient, right? So that's my little guy there. All right, let's see here. So next we have appreciation. And the first stone that I have about appreciation, I know I talked about this stone very, very briefly during another talk this week, but this is sodalite for appreciation. Sodalite is great for the third eye chakra, and this stone is found mainly in Brazil. And sodalite helps to aid perception, which I thought was really great for finding things that we appreciate. Right? So this stone is a very calming stone, and it also can help with self-esteem. So kind of, even though it's specific to the third eye, it can bring in that solar plexus energy too, with that self-esteem and self-confidence. So sodalite also helps with our mental health. And I think this is great because if we're feeling, for example, anxious or depressed or something, this stone can help us move our thoughts into a different direction, towards more positivity, okay? And which includes appreciation. Now, sodalite is also great for endurance. So if we feel worn out, and this could be mentally or physically, emotionally anyway, that we feel, worn out, sodalite can help to keep us motivated. And with purposeful thoughts, we can still decide to find appreciation. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit too what we talked about this week with the spiritual mindset, being mindful and deciding on purpose that you're going to feel a certain way, or that you're going to change your thoughts. Just purposefully making that choice. Okay, so that is sodalite. Now, this next one, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for you guys to actually see the true color of this stone. I wish I could, if you could see it through a light, you would be able to see it much, much better. But this is Iolite. Now, Iolite is actually, like a very, very dark blue. And it probably looks black to you in this picture. But Iolite is also for the third eye. It's also found in Brazil. And Iolite is great for building healthy relationships, and it allows you to see the good in your relationships. So for you to be able to find things that you appreciate in your relationships. Okay, so just like the law of attraction says, like if you're having difficulty in a relationship with somebody, you might be thinking about all the bad things that are happening with that relationship, all the things that you can't stand about that person, all the things that went wrong, but that is only bringing more negative energy into that relationship. So Iolite can really help you to bring that healthy aspect in and to find the good things in that relationship. Okay, so Iolite is also great if you're going through the process of change, because it can be very helpful in that process not hurting you. So letting you be able to see the good that can come from change. Okay, and which, change scares a lot of us. So if you are going through, a big change or even a small change in life, and you're having trouble seeing how this change could be good for you, then Iolite might be a great stone for you to kind of try to connect with that energy, to get you in a place of being able to see all the good things that can come from a change in your life. So Iolite also helps for staying in the moment, helps you to be mindful. And this also really allows us to appreciate the small things in life. So, because we can really, I think we can so easily overlook all of the little things in life that we can appreciate, because our lives are so fast-paced. Everything's just like, we're running through our day so quickly, and we don't really take the time to look at the small things that could be enjoyable to us during the day. Now, Iolite is also nice for meditation and visualization. So, when we talked about this during earlier in the week, when we talked specifically about appreciation, and we talked about writing down the good things that happened to you during the day. So if that's something that you're doing, then you can spend some time each day visualizing those positive things again, so that you can get into more of the energetic alignment of appreciation. And this stone will definitely help you with that. Okay, so that is Iolite. Now, let's see here. Okay, so next we're going to talk about forgiveness. And the first stone that really popped out at me for talking about forgiveness is Apache tear. So I'm just going to see here, maybe if one of these might be difficult to see. I have two here. So this is a black stone, but there are like little specks of white throughout this stone. Okay, I don't know if you can really see them. Apache tear is associated with the root chakra. It is found in the US. Let's see if I can find a side that one kind of, I don't know if you can really see those white pieces on there. But Apache Tear helps with self-limiting beliefs, and this is also something that we talked about in an event that I did earlier, that you can actually find that event, Jumping into the Energy of Taking Chances, on my regular business page, The Spiritual Safe House. So if you want to hear about limiting beliefs, you can check that out. Just go to the event page and the replay of the live stream should be in there. But Apache Tear, wonderful for self-limiting beliefs, and we have to challenge these limiting beliefs and replace them with positive characteristics that you want to portray in yourself, and that's kind of what we talked about during the event. So this stone also aids in, obviously, forgiveness. That's why we're talking about it underneath of forgiveness, but specifically because it promotes change and helping you to move forward. Okay, so along with the Iolite and helping you see the good things in change, if you need to be forgiving towards someone, this stone will really help you to move forward from that. Okay, and for you to know that change is okay, right? So Apache Tear is also great for spontaneity, but you want to be careful not to attract this energy if you just to not make that your intention if you're not feeling ready to move too quickly. Okay, so just be mindful of that this stone can help with spontaneity, but as long as you are putting a specific intention out there with the stone, that should be fine in attracting whatever energy it is that you specifically want to attract. So let's see, you'll be able to see better on this one. These ones are a little darker, these little white areas. But Apache Tear is also great for finding emotional balance. So the name Apache Tear can help you cry. Ooh, man, these bees, they're too much today. They can help you to cry any tears that you need to be able to move forward in a healthy way. Okay, so that is Apache Tear. Now let's see. Okay, next. Now this also, I know I talk about citrine a lot. I kind of talk about this stone a lot. It's just like one of my favorites, and I just find that it is so versatile, and it's just such a soft and loving energy. It's very easy to work with. I talk about this stone in one of my videos on my YouTube channel, The Spiritual Safe House, about this being one of the top 5 go-to crystals for gentle energy, that if you're just a beginner with crystals, this is one that would be really great for you to start with, and that is rose quartz. Okay, so this is a rose quartz wand, just as my sodalite wand here. I have a rose quartz one as well. So rose quartz is associated with the heart chakra, and it is found in a few different places. It's found in Brazil, India, Madagascar, and also in South Africa. And like I said, this is such a gentle energy. Be great for any beginner. So very soft and loving energy. So rose quartz helps to strengthen relationships, and it really allows love to come over them. So if that's something that you're working on, especially with this forgiveness piece, it will really allow love to come over your relationships if that's truly what you want. So this also helps with intimate relationships and romantic relationships as well. So if you are, feeling emotionally scarred in any way, rose quartz can aid in feelings of guilt and depression and anger, forgiveness, sadness, anything like that. Rose quartz can just bring that very peaceful, gentle energy over it. Now, one thing that I even like to do, and I suggest to people, if you are in need of an emotional balancing, you can put rose quartz into your bath and try to relax and balance yourself in that way, I suggest using tumbled stones. You can just easily place them at the bottom of the bathtub, and you know, this can be done for children as well. Just make sure if they're, you know, too young that they don't get to the stones. But you know, it just really helps with a gentle balancing, and you know, to be able to just immerse yourself in that water that is, you know, that has this gentle, loving energy in it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So if you've never done that, something I would highly suggest. I do it every once in a while, but very, very nice. That is rose quartz. Okay, let me see here. All right, so next, the last part we're going to talk about is faith. So now this first piece that I have, this is red jasper. Okay, and this is a little heart, and I'll show you the other side in 1 second. But you know, as a person of faith, our job is to walk as disciples, and we kind of talked about that a little bit earlier in the week. So, you know, you also want to be passionate about what you believe in, right, as a person of faith. So red jasper is one stone that really can bring passion back into your life. So red jasper is associated with the root chakra, and this stone is actually part of a set that I have, of chakra set. So that image right there is the image for the root chakra. This stone is found in India and Brazil, and like I said, it's great for bringing passion back into your life, you know, for you to get passionate about things that you either want to be passionate about, or things that maybe you used to be passionate about and you're trying to bring that energy back into your life. Red jasper would be great for that. So this is also sometimes called the endurance stone. So if you are feeling depleted or burnt out, even persecuted because of your faith, that can make us feel very depleted as well. This stone would be a great one to help you through that, and to, you know, give you the drive and the strength that you need to just be the person that you want to be in life, right? To be that faithful person. Now, one interesting thing that I read is that you can also you can combine red jasper and jet, and that would be a nice protection energy with the two of them. So I thought that was interesting. I had read that some time ago. But red jasper is also great for like a rebirth, okay? So if you are trying to rebuild your faith and become closer to God, you know, and you're trying to rebuild yourself in that kind of way, this stone would be a great one to get in alignment with that. It also helps during prayer and meditation. So if you're feeling that you need, you know, God's help with something very specific, you know that He's always there for you, but you could use that extra bit of energy, that this stone would be a great one for you to pray or meditate with if you're asking for help and protection. And like I said, you can add jet to the combination as well. Okay, that is red jasper. All right, so we have one more here, and this one, just like the sodalite I had mentioned earlier in the week, but we didn't really get too much into it, but this is Lapis. Now, Lapis is also great for the third eye, kind of a lot with the third eye today. And this stone is found mainly in Afghanistan and in Chile. Okay, now I'll show you, because sometimes these stones can be, we can kind of get them mixed up. So the sodalite and then the lapis. The sodalite, now I know this does like look white here, but the sodalite has more white aspects in it there. Okay, if you can kind of see the difference there. But sometimes if you're not sure which one is which, if you see more white on one, it's probably sodalite. So, okay. Now, as with the red jasper, lapis can also help you with endurance. So like I said, if you need, if you need strength, you need to feel that you're trying to feel that you have the energy for something, maybe in times when you feel that it might be hard to be faithful, if you are being persecuted against, if you're not having a lot of patience, you feel like things aren't really going your way, maybe that God isn't hearing you or something like that, this stone will help you to bring that endurance level for your faith up, okay? So will really help with that. Now, this also aids in relaxation, so which is great because the more relaxed you are, the easier it will be for your mind to be clear, for you to be able to pray or to meditate, or to do whatever else you do or you need to do to feel that you are more connected to God. So like I said, this is a great stone for relaxation, just helping you to get a clear mind and get into a space where you feel like you can receive messages, if that's what you need at that time. So this stone is also helpful for finding your natural skills and abilities. And I think this is so great and goes along so perfectly with faith, because it also, it increases your faith, because God has given us all natural abilities, right? He's given us all natural talents. So this stone can really help you to discover them and to use them for your highest good and to use them for what God intended, right? He gave you these specific skills and abilities for a reason. And it's your job to discover them and then to share them with the world, right? And like I said, walk as that disciple, right? You're given these abilities, you're given these special skills, and we need to just figure out what they are and be able to walk as positive, loving disciples as the gospel teaches us, right? So, okay, so those are the 8 crystals that I have for you today, and this will kind of be the way that we do things. So I'll pull specific cards on Monday, at least for right now. This is how we're going to do things. I'll pull cards on Monday, we'll talk about them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'll talk about the crystals that can go with each of them. So if you guys missed anything that we talked about during the week, the live streams are up in the group, Love Yourself, Love Your Life. And if you want to check out the live event from my business page, the Spiritual Safe House, you can check that out on the events page. It's Jump into the Energy of Taking Chances. Now, I do have all of the events in there. I haven't deleted any of them, so all of the events I've done are in there, so you can check out any of them if you want. They're all about an hour long. Okay. All right, guys, so I want to thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me. Please let me know if you have tried any of these crystals, if some are your favorites. Maybe you've heard a new one that you want to try, but just let me know. And if you have any questions about anything, you can PM me on Facebook at The Spiritual Safe House, or you can contact me through my website, thespiritualsafehouse.com. All right, guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye.